So you want to be a missionary, but how do you learn the language? Well, look, there's a whole world of YouTube content out there, really great stuff on how to learn particular languages. But today I want to share just 5 principles on how to learn the language as a missionary. Point number 1, keep going. See, because here's the thing, language learning is not a sprint, but actually it's not a marathon either. It's like a 2,000-mile trek across mountains and through rivers and all kinds of crazy terrain. And so the key thing is to keep going. Don't give up. So for me personally, when I first started learning Japanese about 14 years ago now when I was at university, every week there was me and one other guy who were always fighting out to see who would be the very bottom of the class. I'm not a naturally gifted linguist, and God has not blessed me with any kind of incredible ability to learn a language in a few months. It's taken years for me. And for you too, maybe it'll be the same. And maybe it will be just that every day you study a little bit, even just 10 minutes a day, over months and years and decades builds up. And it's what takes you from being someone who can't manage the language at all to now I'm able to read novels that I want to enjoy. I'm able to get by in most everyday situations. And the one key thing is that I just kept going. So then the second thing is related to that, and it's this: enjoy the adventure. Find something that you really enjoy reading or listening to or watching in the language you're trying to learn, and do that. So I really enjoy reading One Piece, the manga, and when I read it, or when I read novels like Shikano, I'm really engaged, and so I learn the language because I want to understand the story and learn about the characters. You know, and I really improve my Japanese listening by listening to music, and I learn a lot about the correct way to use phrases and the correct kind of enunciation and stuff by watching dramas and movies and YouTube videos. And so find something you enjoy and just immerse yourself in that. So even if you love the Fast and the Furious movies, then go and watch the dubbed versions of those, because seriously, the dubbing on them, firstly the voice acting is amazing, but also as you're enjoying the story in the movie, you'll just be naturally hearing how Japanese is spoken if you're learning Japanese, for example. Okay, I do have some bad news though, and this is point 3. You need to balance immersion with study. You need to have both that kind of mimicry that helps you sound natural and the hard work of studying that means you're able to speak correctly. Especially if you're learning a language like Japanese that has the kanji, you need to learn it just in order to be able to read and to write. But also, if you want to sound like an actual adult, you're going to have to learn the more polite, kind of correct ways of speaking, so that when you go out into the real world, you don't sound like you're a middle schooler. 一つ、塩一つとタレ一つ。
塩だと今から焼くんで時間大丈夫。
あ、大丈夫ですね。はい、お願いします。
ごちそうさま
はい、ありがとうございました。はい、どうも。
ありがとうございました。
Okay, point number 4. Don't be a gong, remember love. Don't forget love. It's really easy when you get so into learning a language to get really focused on doing that and on being the best. But as you're learning the language to be a missionary, don't forget God's word to us. 愛は寛容であり、愛は親切です。また、人を妬みません。愛は自慢せず、高慢になりません。礼儀に反対することをせず、自分の利益を求めません。So then finally, point 5. Be generous. What does it look like to really love people when you're learning the language? Well, like I said, it's easy to get focused on yourself, trying to prove yourself to others, trying to be excellent. And of course, it's not bad to be good at learning a language, and it's not good to be bad at speaking a language. But excellence in language learning shouldn't be our aim. Generosity should. Our focus should be on learning a language so that we can more effectively serve those we are going to. So as you're learning the language, as you're enjoying the adventure, as you're getting that balance of immersion and study, keep focused on others. The goal is not to be top of the class. The goal in language learning, as in everything, is to love God and to love our neighbours as ourselves. So I hope those points are helpful for you. Do let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or thoughts of your own, things that you found really helpful or important as you learn a language. But thanks for joining today, and I'll see you in the next video.